Hey, what's up? This is UnrivaledSkyrim, and today I'll be doing this Total War Rome 2 battle replay. I was playing as Bactria, and my opponent DLock99 was playing as Rome, so let's go ahead and jump into the loading screen. Here we are fighting on the Battle of Arminium map, and I think it's a relatively new map. I'm not sure, I don't remember ever seeing it, but for the most part I like this map. I like maps that are, I'm going to put in slow motion, I like maps that are relatively with forested areas and hills, with some open areas. But let me go over my army real quick. Just 4 units of thorax swords, 4 units of eastern slingers, 4 Thurio spears. My general is in the royal cavalry unit, and I had 2 of the Bactria noble horse and 2 mercenary Scythian horse archers, and they are accompanied by a Hellenic cataphract. So I'm going to try to use that unit late game to get some rear charges on my opponent. Now his army consists of, I think, 5 veteran legionnaires. They are backed. I think he's got 3 of these Praetorian Guard. Pretty expensive unit. I think just one of those units would have been fine, and he could have just brought more veteran legionnaires, because he's definitely going to have the edge in heavy infantry. He's got 2 Praetorian Cav, and I think he's got 1 or maybe 2 of the legionary cavalry, and he's got 1 way over here. I do notice it, and I'm going to send one of my Bactria noble horse. Now, he could have been hiding another unit, and he could have been trying to bait me, but I didn't think that was the case, seeing those Praetorian, I saw his Praetorian cavalry and his Praetorian Guard, and I thought, I think that's all, his whole entire army's over here. And he's also got levies, and he also brought some vigiles, so maybe he thought I was going to bring an elephant unit. I think that's what he was thinking. So he doesn't have any long-range skirmishers. And I do have a unit of, a light peltist. I was going to say a normal peltist. But over here I'm going to get a charge. Let's go ahead and watch this. He must not have been paying attention, because on the other side of the battle I am, he is chasing my my horse archers, so I think his attention was diverted. So over here I got a pretty clean charge. My guys are gonna win this battle, especially with the charge. And over here he does put his units in Testudo, I guess to protect his guys against long-range my slingers. So, but my plan is I'm gonna engage him. But first I'm gonna take this hill over here, because I'm gonna need my infantry. Certainly gonna need it to take on his legionnaires are more than enough to take on my thorax swords. I'm just gonna have to hold his infantry in place and try to win the cavalry engagements on both wings. Here I'm just trying to probe around him and make sure that my this unit does not get caught. He was chasing it. Now he is tiring out his unit of legionary cav. This unit of Scythian horse archers, they're going to tire out, but they'll regain their stamina quite quick because they're lightly armed. And over here I did manage to win that cavalry fight. So he's got 1 unit down. So, and he's pretty much, he's not even moving with the rest of his army, and slowly but surely I'm going to engage him. And meanwhile, I did want to keep my unit of Hellenic cataphract back here hidden, and I'm going to activate him when I see a good moment to strike him. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward just a little bit. Now here I was going to try to take shots at his general with that horse archer, but he warded it off with a unit of cav. So he has no cav on his left flank. He's diverted all his attention pretty much to the right flank now. He's got his 2 Praetorian cav. Actually, no. Maybe he does have one still over here. It's gotta be. It's just hidden for now. But here, I'm going to capture this hill with the Thurio Spear. Now, he's still not moving, and this unit must be on auto fire because they're wasting some of their ammunition, and they're not even hitting my men. And I was gonna try to be bold and throw some javelins at his Praetorian cav with that Thurio Spear, but he ran away. And quickly I'm gonna decide, because now I'm gonna expose these guys to these levies and these levies over here, and he's going to actually charge. Oh, and he's gonna charge the Social Hastati. I forgot that he brought that. So this is what's happening right now. I went ahead and I charged with one of his Vigiles with the Thorax Swordsman, and his guys are they are using some of their Pila, and he's gonna do the same. He charged. That was a good Pila volley right there. My guys taking their time, not throwing theirs. It's kind of disheartening. But effectively, he did charge kind of uphill, and now he's gonna charge my units uphill. Now he will win the fight, even though he did charge uphill. This Social Hastati is gonna get pretty much massacred, and I do have my Eastern Slingers, and I think initially I'm gonna have them targeting his levies, but here I charged his cav over here with that one weakened unit of Bactria Noble Horse, and I make a pretty bad mistake. I don't get my general in there to charge, and now he's gonna pull out a unit of his Praetorian cav, and now he's gonna charge my Bactrian Royal Cavalry. I just wasn't paying attention. But over here, this is when I activate my Hellenic Cataphracts, and let's go ahead and get a good view. This was a pretty good spot for me to charge, and my guys just smash right into him. So initially they're not going to get a whole lot of kills, but that charge is going to be pretty devastating in the long run. It's going to affect the morale of those legionnaires. Now I do lose a unit Thorax Swordsman, and this is when it kind of gets a little sketchy for me, because now I have nothing protecting the center. I could try to plug that gap with this Thurio Spear, but he still has more infantry. It really didn't. He really did me a favor when he bunched up 3 of his units to take on 2. So over here, I did lose that one unit of Bactria Noble Horse, but I countercharged my Bactria Royal Cav, and they're actually getting some kills, and I'm actually supporting that cav fight with those Eastern Slingers. As you can see, they're taking some pretty good shots at these Legionary Cav and this Praetorian Cavalry. Eastern Slingers are pretty deadly, especially in mass. But here I singled out his general. We're going to his Legatus, and he's going to get surrounded, and he's pretty much going to get killed. Let's go ahead and slow motion. In the meantime, my infantry, although it is losing right now, it is holding and buying me time, because my cav is my striking force right now. My infantry was just to buy me time, because I knew I wasn't going to win the infantry battle. So here I'm pretty much cleaning up his Praetorian cav over here. I think that's going to be his last unit of cavalry. Now his general's gone, and now it's just I just gotta get some good charges in now. Now he is losing a unit of veteran legionnaires, and he did manage to break through my center, and now he's got this Praetorian Guard. It's healthy in my back lines, and I'm gonna go ahead and run away with these Eastern Slingers. When they turn their back to engage my units, I'm gonna go ahead and open fire upon them. But for now, I'm trying to single out units, and at the same time try to get more charges on his units over here. As you can, let's take another Let's take another look. Now he does countercharge, but his men still weren't braced, and now this charge is really going to take a huge toll on his men right now. And for some reason at the beginning of the battle he used his general abilities, like I think he used rally and it's not battle rhythm, but I can't remember the other one, but he used them right at the beginning, so he wasn't going to be able to use them later in the battle, at least rally. These Thuriel spears, I turned them around. It was that one that was that I had in reserve. I tried to get it into square, but it would have lost. But as you can see, I was taking shots at the back of this Praetorian Guard with those Eastern Slingers, and this one he called it quits. So it was a relatively close battle. I did make some key mistakes. I did let my general get caught, and I didn't get good charges because Bactrian Royal Cavalry, although not as heavy, not as effective unit to charge with than a Hellenic Cataphract, it's still pretty good. Actually did pretty well. I think it has a bonus versus Cav, a 10. Well, same as the Hellenic Cataphract, but for some reason Bactria Noble Horse have a 15 bonus versus Cav, so they're a very anti-Cav unit. And for the most part I did relatively well. This unit of mercenary Scythian horse archers got 97 kills, mostly on some fleeing levies probably. And my thorax swordsman, not good, but not terrible. This thorax swords almost got over 100 kills, which is relatively good going up against Praetorian Guard and veteran legionnaires. Let's go ahead and see here. Yeah, his Vigiles, only 33 kills amongst 3 of them. I know they're not that expensive, but I think he would have been better off bringing like 2 units of Triarii and not bringing this Socii Hastati. And not bringing, if you were going to bring a Praetorian Guard, just bring 1. I don't think 3's kind of overkill. And his Cav choice, maybe some more Cav. And he probably thought I was going to bring, what's it called, elephants, and that's why he brought the army pretty much that he did bring. So thanks for watching, just Unrivaled Skyrim, and see you guys later. Peace.